No matter what the haters say and who think whatever, it's people watching you and they're rooting for you. They don't even know you, but they're rooting for you.
Sometimes that's where your biggest fans come from. People that you don't even know.
Of course. And I never know that certain people is really watching me. And they will say certain things and I'm like, you been watching me all this time? Jeez, I need to keep it up.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, yeah, you encouraged me. You know I was going through this here. But when I seen your post and I seen you went from here to there, I was like, I can do it. And I'm like, wow, that's the type of energy that I want to get off.
That's motivating.
Very.
Welcome to Ladies Room Live. Ladies Room Live is here to encourage women to unite, empower, and inspire globally. I'm your host, Chanel Kisa. Today, we have an amazing female rapper, entrepreneur, and a mother. She's always on beast mode. These are her words. Welcome to Ladies Room Live. Diamond, how you been?
I've been good, girl.
So let me tell you guys, me and Diamond just actually met like a couple days ago and we just like hit it off. So I was introduced to her by a BB. She was introduced to me by her record label, Dark Boys Records. And like we had an amazing conversation on the phone. Then when I went to her EP party, which I'll tell you guys about a little bit later, but when I went to her amazing EP party, she was like so welcoming. Definitely a girl's girl, like all about like empowering women, networking women, and then like, of course, if you have not heard her music, listen, she's so talented. So let's just dive right in. Tell me a little bit about how you started. Like, let's go all the way far back to the humble beginnings of Diamond Doll, the Cuban girl from Miami.
Right. Okay, well, you know, my uncle was a DJ, and by him always being around older, like artists or whatever, doing work with them, I was just right there every step of the way, you know, in his ear, with him, going to certain events. And then I just took off and started, you know, I liked to write poems. I'm good at writing. So I just kind of kept music in my ear along the way as I grew up. And then from there, teenager year in the middle school, high school, I started doing like the open mics.
Oh.
Yes.
Nice.
Stuff like that. To try to like just get heard, to try to get somebody to like look into me or believe in me, to try to take me to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
So as I kept doing it and I kept recording here and there, I had music, I was working with people off and on, but never nothing major to get me in the industry until I ran into the CEO of Dark Boys.
Nice. So nice. So tell me about some of like the run-ins that you had, like doing poetry and then merging into like being a rap artist.
Well, poetry, I've just always been good with my words and how I feel. And, you know, as you know, we go through things in life. I would like always had a diary, expressing myself, you know, by writing it out. And I just happened to start writing lyrics, writing stories, writing poems. You know, I used to do them for like girls up in the school. I used to write little cards. They used to write for their birthday. I'll come up with some words to say that would be touching to their boyfriends or whatever.
Oh, that's so cute.
Right, you know.
So they came to you for like,
yes, give me some words, girl. Give me some lines. Give me some bars. And I used to just go in, you know. I'd be like, tell me a situation. What you want me to say? And then I'll go from there.
You know what? I think you can really kind of go into business and like start selling like Instagram captions, because like for me, I cannot think of an Instagram caption to save my life. And so many other people, like so many other people, I know your Instagram is bomb. So
yes, thank
like
you.
So many other people I talk to, I'm like, look at this picture, what would you say? And they just say like the corniest stuff. But since you was already writing stuff for people to say to their boyfriends, like you was actually kind of helping them run game.
Yes. But I would, kind of make them feel pity and be like, okay, this is my girlfriend. or whatever.
Yeah. Little do they know they
So-
was getting the off from you.
Right.
Right. All right. So merging into Dark Boys, like, how did that actually happen?
I'm not gonna lie to you because the CEO of Dog Boys, he actually was in the music industry back in like 94, 95.
Mm-hmm.
So he kind of gave it a break because there was so much going on back then. But they were making noise back then. DJ Khaled, Cool and Dre. As people know of them. So he was also a Dr. Pharmacy on the side. So he kind of gave it a break and went into that. But when we actually ran into each other and he heard my work and my craft and he seen how destined I was to do it, it kind of put him back into the mode of, I'm going back into music. I'm finna help this girl.
So you inspired that?
Yes, I did.
Oh, I
sparked
love
it.
that.
It was
I love
dead.
that.
I sparked it.
You sparked it and you lit it on fire.
Yes, I did.
That's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely seems like your whole team is very supportive of you.
Yes, and
That
that
is
is
pouring
very
into
hard
you
to
so
come by.
much.
Yes.
So when you guys first met, did you honestly think that it was a real thing? Because it's hard being an artist here in Miami, right?
Only thing I can say about that is, a lot of people talk a lot of junk. They say what they're gonna do, this and that. But that dude put his money where his mouth at. That's all I can say. He put his money where his mouth was at. And that was it.
Does it make you want to like work harder and show
Yes,
up for
it
yourself
does.
and,
Yes.
and grind?
Oh, I'm ready to show out.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm ready. Yes, all the time.
Okay.
So,
I like it. So during this quarantine, let's talk
Mhm.
about what has happened to you, like as a creator, as an artist, like during this pandemic and stuff. It's been kind of scary.
yes, and it's been tough because, it's a life-changing thing amongst all of us, the whole world, And through everything, still recording, still doing interviews, still doing shows, still doing Skype interviews, it's still, I'm able to follow the rules and practice social distancing, all the guidelines so that I can stay safe and everybody around me can stay safe. So it's, we're in the studio, it's no more than probably like 2 or 3 people, we're still at our social distancing, sanitizing our hands, wearing our masks, and I'm still able to do what I do.
Has it made you like a bigger creator? I shouldn't
Yes.
say a bigger creator. Has it made you a little bit more intimate?
Yes and no, but it's more like I've been able to adjust, which to me, I don't think it's hard for me to adjust with anything, especially if you really want it.
Right.
It's just ways you go around it. Like if I can't go in the water without a life jacket, I'm going to go drop these bars and put on my life jacket and put on my, you know what I'm saying? Let me put on my slippers, whatever, I need to do. But I can adjust with it and I'm just going to do whatever's required. If I got to be extra, which I am, whatever
I like
gotta
it.
do.
I like it.
You understand what
Let's
I'm saying?
talk about this Fenty at the EP party. This Fenty glow at the MP party. We'll get into that a little bit later. But
Right.
yeah, you do what you need to do and you're extra and you look beautiful doing it.
Thank you. I have to make myself comfortable while I'm doing it, and you have to love and be happy because it shows all over. You can't hide it. You wear it like a glove,
Yeah.
So,
Right. I like that. I like it. You're so a genuine person. Like I want everybody to be able to experience what they experience off camera, like on camera with you. On and off, because I feel like it reads so loudly and it's a beautiful thing. So I want you to always know that. As we
Thank you.
just
I
have a
appreciate
growing
it.
friendship throughout
Yes.
years to come.
Yes.
And I see Diamond Doll glow and like,
Yes.
now you're riding commercial planes, but you're gonna get them private jets that we talked about before.
amen is on the way.
It's on the way.
Is that the dough? Remember that? That right there.
All right. So when it comes to being signed to Dark Boys, what do you feel like are some of like challenges you have to overcome as an artist?
To always bring more, like I have to dig deep inside because he wants the best and he always pushes me to be better, to do better, to when I go in the studio it's like, Diamond, you have to do it, you have to come, you got to give me more, you got, when I rap, I rap with a little of what I've been through, I be aggressive, but he's like, no, you have to be more as in characteristic, show that you feel it, show that you want it, so it's like I'm living in my lyrics, which
Yeah.
I do need that because when you hear my lyrics, I kind of want you to feel and reminisce of good things that you've been through or even bad things that you overcome when you hear my music.
And kind of relate to it, right?
Yes.
I love it.
Like when you hear my music, I need you to be like, I do not want to. You know, you probably gonna always be like, girl, I do not want to go to work today. But when you hear my music, I'm finna go on the clock. I'm finna make this check, and I'm finna get this and that, and I'm finna get to the next level. So I ain't gotta work for nobody. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you hear my music, that's the attitude that I want you to feel.
You got hype on that one.
For real, because that's how I feel when I hear my music.
It made me think like when I be in the gym and I'm like
right.
doing my squats, I'm like, because that's the hardest part of my day right there.
Yeah. Right, for real. I'm like that when I'm in boot camp. Yeah. I'm like, I gotta get this out. I ain't got that much left. I only got 1 hour. Rotate 2 more times and I'm out of here.
I love it.
Right.
So basically when you're like writing your lyrics, right? And then it's time for you to get into the studio or even on a video shoot and you have to get back into that mode. Is it like a little tough? Because like once you put things down on paper, is that like your outlet? So now you have to try to like relive it?
Actually, I haven't. It's been hard for me to change because now people don't really write down. But I do because a lot of times in life, real life, because I like to live real life through my music, through everything I do. I don't like to be fake and flawed because, you know, like I said, you wear it like a glove. You can tell when a person is putting on. That's how sometimes I release my anger, you know? So these days, everybody writes it in, you know, I still write it down even though I have to write it in my phone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I write it down, I'm basically getting it out. You know, I'm preparing it. It's like I'm releasing everything. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's too easy to just put it in my phone.
I
think
want to know
cheating.
what these notes in your phone look like. Because I
got bars.
detail.
Right.
I know it's
I got
detailed.
bars. I got the captions ready. When it comes to me, sometimes I just go ahead and put it in there. Put it in my phone in my notes. And
Are they like little reminders? So it's just kind of like, oh yeah, I remember what this felt like, what it went through.
Yes. But like I don't like always put it out there. I'll be like, that bite hurt it bad.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like that's how I would put it. So you can't like ever lose my phone or something. You wouldn't understand what that meant.
Yeah.
You would never have to use that against you. Right. I understand that.
I like that.
Right. So
I need to learn to write like that. I be in my diary writing everything. Like I'm mad because so and so made me mad at this time on this date, and I was here.
That's good and that's bad because if somebody find that, they can use it to to your advantage, expose you or whatever. So I always write in codes because people always try to figure you out.
Yeah.
And I'm somebody that you're not gonna figure me out like that. It's not gonna be easy.
You're protecting yourself. You're protecting your craft.
I want to protect everybody around me as well. That's very important to me. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So,
even going into that, let's talk about your kid. Like, how is that experience being a mother?
It's actually a good experience now that she's older because she's starting to understand and certain things I tell her. I think she hears me, but now that she's getting older, she's like me. She kind of observes.
Yeah.
And when she see it, I give her texts, Mommy, you were right about this. And I'm like, Because, this younger generations, they don't really understand. Like, we're young. We can't really express to them what we've been through because we ain't really been through nothing. It's the people that, like our grandmother, our mother that went through slavery and stuff like that, that we can relate to. So, we young. They don't really pay us no attention. They actually have to experience and things have to happen to them for them to be like, Mommy, you was right about that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when she goes through that, she always send me a text, Mommy, you were right about that. And I apologize and I'm sorry and I love you. And I still look up to you. And I get stuff like that. I'm like, oh. So
I'm sure that's so rewarding. I'm not a mother yet, but I know it's so rewarding, especially having your teenage daughter just like, send you messages like that. Because I feel like, when I was a teenager and teenagers that I see right now, especially in that age, they think they know everything, and the last thing they doing is like thanking their mother for like, putting them on game or however you want to say it.
But you're right though, because that's how they look at it. Like it's, they say old people say that experiences aren't bad, but I always say that experiences are good. Because they don't want you to experience bad experience.
Right.
So kids, they don't listen to us. They would rather experience, which is not good because the experience can cause you your life.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? They don't know how serious it is. So it could be little things that they pay attention to, and that I think if you're, some kids, if they pay attention, it depends on the situation that they're in between mom and father. Little things will wake them up. I'll say that, because every kid isn't running the streets. You know, you actually have mothers like me that make sure they're in the house at a certain time, make sure they eat, make sure they go to bed at a certain time. So little situations wakes my daughter up.
Yeah. So how is she handling with the whole Black Lives Matter movement?
She took it kind of hard because she texted me like, "Mom, you see that? That wasn't fair. Do you think that if you get pulled over, that happened?" I was like, "No, that's not gonna happen to me because I know how to handle myself." You know. So it kind of bothers her a little bit, but I let her know that, you know, mommy's not always out like that, and when I'm out, I do the speed limit, I wear my seatbelt, etc., just so she can feel calm.
Yeah. So it's just really hard at the state of the world that we're in right now because, you know, since the pandemic happened and, you know, the George Floyd situation, you know, you look at it and you're like, oh my God, like, that could have been anybody.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then you look at the Breonna Taylor and it gets deep because it's like there's still no justice for her.
At all.
You know? And then you look at all of these people, all of these other people that have dark skin, that may be male or female, and it's like we have to fight to get justice. And it's like, why? The whole world loves us. You're an artist. So I'm pretty sure if you haven't experienced yet, and I'll be so beyond blown away if you haven't experienced this yet. If your fan base is gonna look so multicultural. You know, it's not gonna just be Cuban girls,
right,
Black women,
right,
Black men,
right.
It's not gonna just be that. You're gonna see all spectrums of the color that are gonna gravitate towards you, that are gonna be rapping your songs. It's so many music artists that, you know, their music is in all these different countries where the country don't even speak English, and they are tuning into American English music and knowing like every lyric to it. So it's like you love the culture that we in, but how can you hate the people so much?
You know, everybody has their theory, you know, and I've always been one of them, like, can talk on the subject, can really relate, you know, and I kind of feel, you know, everybody has their theory. So, you know, back in the days, before Christ, whatever, when slavery was out, those people never had a chance to speak out. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, majority of Black people invented the broom, you know, like, I ain't trying to go back like that, but
you can go back like that because you're spitting facts.
Right.
Let's take it.
So, you know, we invented a lot. We're beautiful creatures. You understand what I'm saying? No matter what race feel any type of way about us. But those people never had justice. Slavery, they never was able to speak out. You know how many people died in slavery for no reason, lost their life, was taken advantage of, raped, whatever. So now you never know. Maybe things turn around where now that justice is to be heard now, you know?
Yeah.
We may be doing all this because of what happened back in the past when slavery was around.
Yeah.
You know? So you just never know how things turn around and what the motive could be.
Yeah.
Because it's crazy how slavery was back then, and now things from back then is a big deal now. You know, so you never know. It's just like they never got their point across. And years to come, all these 100 years, 200 years later, now we're getting justice for all those people that died for no reason during slavery and got beaten. And you know, it was a lot of innocent people. And I see things pop up on my timeline about this man was accused of raping a white woman and died for no reason. Like, and we never knew about none of that.
Yes.
Hung and drugged. So you never know. That they never had justice. So now is the time for them to get justice, so they can realize that we're human beings too.
Yeah.
You know,
and
we're
it's just
beautiful
as simple
creatures.
as that.
Without us, it wouldn't be no sports. It wouldn't be a lot of things.
Yeah.
So you know,
it wouldn't be sports. It wouldn't be inventions. It wouldn't even be life. Because I really honestly do believe that Black women are the creator of all life.
I agree.
So in the industry,
okay,
Black women, just throughout all industries, sometimes Black women feel like they're being overshadowed. Let's talk about some of the things that you're doing to stand out.
Well, the most thing I'm doing is being me and not ashamed of things that I do to survive, like, you know, working as a bartender, being a hairstylist and stuff like that, you know, because I work with different race. I work with different people. I work for black, white, yellow, purple, green, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I do, you know. to stand out as far as being artists.
Yeah.
So,
That kind of keeps you connected too.
yes, it does.
And
That's what I love about being a
that's the bread and the
hairstylist.
butter. Yeah. So isn't it amazing when you have like customers or people that knew you for years, like seeing your climb up and it's like, Diamond, you've been doing this for so long and now it's hitting.
Yes, I get that all the time. And I love it because hearing that helps me keep going forward, and it lets me know that no matter what the haters say and who think whatever, it's people watching you and they're rooting for you. They don't even know you, but they're rooting for you.
Sometimes that's where your biggest fans come from. People that you don't even know.
Of course. And I never know that certain people is really watching me. And they will say certain things and I'm like, you've been watching me all this time? Jeez, I need to keep it up.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, yeah, you encouraged me. You know I was going through this here. But when I seen your post and I seen you went from here to there, I was like, I can do it. And I'm like, wow, that's the type of energy that I want to get off.
That's motivating.
Very.
Yeah. So what are you doing like so much as like social media wise to like kind of stay on top?
I try to like post most recent, and I try to kill it with the hashtags, positive, hardworking, stuff like that, so that people can see I'm working, you know?
Yeah.
It ain't easy. It's not given to me. I'm actually out here putting the footwork in. I'm sweating. I'm grinding. I'm in the mud, like, you know? Mm-hmm. It's not like I'm getting a handout. I'm not being lazy, you know? Because you get rewarded when they see that you work. But if they give it to you, they have so much to say.
Because no work is done in vain.
Right. So I let them know I'm doing exactly what you're doing. Yeah. But I'm working harder. Probably when you sleeping, I'm still up.
Well, talking about working hard, you had a feature by one of my favorite female MCs, Trina.
Yes.
The energy. I wasn't on set, guys, although I wish I was, because, you know, Diamond is beautiful and she do her thing. And, you know, Trina is like mama, okay? She raised all us Florida girls. So, how was the experience? You can tell the connection that you guys had was like very pure and authentic. How was it? How did you get it?
Okay. My thing is that, you know, I don't hate. I want to always pay respect for anybody that made the way. You understand what I'm saying? Because you can't just jump out there and act like you did everything. In order for you to do that, somebody somewhere, whether you know them or not, whether they died before you came about, they made the way in order for you to enter.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, you know what, if I'm going to come out and I'm going to do my thing, you know, I'm going to give respects to the queen. Like, she made the way for us.
Yeah.
She's making the way for, she made the way to where every female artist can feel like they can rap, because she made the way and she stayed in the paint. She stayed like valid. Like she stayed bold for a very long time. Even though she didn't drop songs, you still seen her, you still heard her. Like, you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So she basically stayed alive for a very long time. Even when certain MCs faded away, she still stayed in the paint. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So I wanted to do a song with her so that at the end of the day, you know, I told her, I was like, listen, you did your part. That's what I told her on set. I was like, you did your part. You made the way. I appreciate you. I think you're very beautiful. You're a lovely person. But now, go ahead and pass the crown to me. Let me take over. I'm coming after you. You my big sister. And she was like, okay. Like, I'm feeling that. Like, I ain't coming behind you. I'm coming after you. You made the way. I'm behind you.
Right.
Don't pass it over and let me do what I do.
And then you put her on that fire ass song too.
Yes, and she did her thing.
So it was like so Miami. First of all, you gave props to D Wade.
Yes,
he put it on his social media. Gabrielle Union put it on hers.
Yeah, because that's my favorite athlete. No one really gave him the credit that he deserved. Yeah, like we was nowhere. Like we was here, but we didn't get championship and rings until he came and did what he did. Yeah, you know. And it actually made it so interesting where everybody wanted to be a Heat fan and go to the Heat games and wear a Heat shirt and wear a Heat hat and be like Heat 305, you know? That was because of him. He did all that. Yeah. So I was like, dang, no one did that. So let me go ahead and make a point, because I mess with Dwayne Wade and he did a lot. And I actually, you know, I was a little tomboy before I became girly.
You're super girly. So I could not even imagine you being the tomboy.
Right. So I was like, I'm gonna come, not knowing this song would have did what it did, but you know, I was always a Heat fan.
And that was your first song you put out.
Yes.
And it paid so much respect to Miami.
Yeah, it did.
Did you know that it was gonna like hit in the way that it did? Did you know that D Wade was gonna like
I had no idea.
love it like he did. And then putting Trina with it, it just was like perfect.
I had no idea. Really, I just did it because I love the city where I'm from. I enjoy being a Floridian. You know what I'm saying? I love being from Miami. And I did it for my city, not knowing that, you know, he was actually going to react to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just very authentic, very pure. You did it because it meant something to you.
Right. And I want to be able to set a staple for Miami. You know, this is my landmark here. You know, this is where I start and this is where I'm in.
I'm real Miami, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
So
when you come here, you look for people like me because this is what established Miami, basically.
Yep.
Yeah.
So before they start tearing down things and all that hysteric, the real Miami.
Yeah.
That's where I'm from.
The gentrification.
That, the 183rd Flea Market, the USA.
Yeah.
All that.
It's crazy because I remember being a little girl and like we would always, although my dad is from Miami, we would always come to Miami and go to the flea market, go to the malls and stuff. And then like also, you know, when you grow up and then you come to Miami on vacation, people who are not from Florida, they go straight to the beach. And it's like the beach is it's different than Miami. The beach is like the glitz and the glam, you know, but Miami, come and experience some culture, you know?
Right. I think that's just, you know, that's how they like to advertise it because, you know, across that bridge, they don't really like to put it out there like that. So they make it seem like it's the palm beaches, the palm trees and the beaches or whatever. But, you know, the real culture is on the other side.
Right.
Right.
So let's talk about the culture. You growing up as a Dominican girl, living in Miami, how was it?
I used to always get picked on about coming across that boat. You know, Castro done sent y'all to Miami on a boat. It was always a little tease thing, but I never let it bother me.
Yeah. How were you able to like overcome something like that?
Just ignoring it. Okay, so what? I got off that boat. I'm here. I survived. Well, however you want to look at it. Which that's not how I came here, but I'm here. I survived it. What happened? You know what I mean? Because a lot of people that come from over there, you hear little stories about, even from Haiti, some of the people drown, like, you know. But that's how I look at it. So what? I survived. What happened? Yeah. Right. And I ain't had no float. What happened? You get what I'm saying? That's how you gotta look at it. And once you overcome and you let people see that you don't have no fear, they leave you alone. They be scared. They be like,
it's just crazy because I just feel like it shouldn't be so much division when there is so much division. And
people don't realize, but that's how you start, because you're dividing when we're all one at the end of the day. Yeah. We're all God's people. There's no such thing as black, white, Cuban, Haitian, Dominican. We're still all one.
Yeah, we are.
At the end of the day.
So, a couple days ago, we did your EP party.
Yes, a movie.
It was a movie. It was a movie. The food was amazing.
Tell
the
me about
DJ
it.
did a great job.
Yes.
I met amazing shoe connects.
Yes.
Because of you.
Yes.
Isn't it Shoe Fanatic?
It's Shoe Feature. Future. Shoe Future.
Shoe Feature. Shoe Feature right there.
Right. We're going to get it right. But I have on a pair now, and it's so comfortable. And I think something different about her shoes is that, you know how all the heels are pointy where you have to balance yourself?
Yeah.
She changed it to where you can balance and stand on them all day without being on one pin.
Yeah.
So she made that point more like a platform.
Right.
And you can still stand.
But then you still got your stiletto heel.
Yeah, at the same time.
I'm excited to wear my shoes that she gave me, and thank you so much for making that connection. So I'm looking at your EP list. So your EP is dropping August 14th, and then at your EP release party, it seemed like you had every single video to almost every song. So we had Money Make Me Wet, amazing video.
Yes.
Let me tell you guys, when you see this woman's body, you're going to be blown away. Plus just all the visual effects and everything. She had the gold tape. It was so beautiful. But Money Make Me Wet, right now, Automatic featuring Tory Lanez. I bet you that's a fire.
Yes.
Pimp, Sugar Daddy featuring Jack Boy. That one right there is actually out on her Instagram right now. Show and Tell and Spoil Me. So let's talk about what inspires this video, this whole EP. What is the whole feel for it?
Well, to cater to the women,
Mm-hmm.
cater to younger girls like our age, cater to guys, you know.
Lure man.
Right, the Lord man,
Yeah.
right, you know, just to soften them up. We don't
Yeah.
be so aggressive with them, you know.
Yeah.
And to, you know, just express how happy and how I love, like, you know, how I hustle, like just a little bit of my lifestyle and everything is involved in that.
Nice. So your 2 features. Let's talk about your feature with Jack Boy. How was that experience?
It was good because, you know, he a little thugged out, but
I saw that neck grab in the video.
yes.
And then
A
your
little
eyes
rough,
roll back
right.
a little bit. Like, I was like, all right.
And he's actually talented. So the song that he wanted to do it, we had another song for him, but I actually talked him into doing that song because I was like, you don't have to do that rough song, you know.
Yeah.
You can just show women that you can be a sugar daddy, you know, and you may get a lot more women that way.
Yeah.
By being soft to them. And he thought about it and he really challenged himself and was like, I'm gonna do it, and he did it. But that's pretty, like, that
You
wasn't
about to
the
have
original
his
song.
DMs going
Yes,
off like fire.
yes.
He probably can start an OnlyFans page off of this, okay?
Really?
He need to give you 10%, 15.
Right. Because I don't think that he, you know, I was the first female artist that he did with.
Mhm.
And probably like
After that.
a love song, yes. Because he never did a love song.
Okay.
You know, he talk about a little pain, he talk about little other things, but where he's from, but he never really talk about like catering to a female.
Mhm.
So that was an experience for him.
Okay. So this Tory Lanez,
Yes, he's a very street person.
everybody is gonna be going crazy.
Yes, and this is good, and he's talented too. He was
Yeah.
like ready just like that. Like he didn't have to think about it, and that was one thing I noticed about him. He's very talented in real life.
Yeah.
Like he went in and knocked it out, and it sounded so good. Everybody was amazed. So he's very talented. He can
So
sing.
working with like 2 talented, very highly successful people, like how has that like motivated you? Like what kind of spark has that like in you?
It motivates me to like the sky's the limit. I can do anything, you know, because you don't always want to, just because I'm a female rapper, I don't always have to deal with female rappers. I can go out a little bit, deal with pop, rock and roll, R&B, you know. So
I
sometimes,
like
you know,
how you ready to cross over too.
right, you
You
know,
thinking about crossing over early in, and I like that.
yes. You know, I feel like I could sing like Beyonce or whatever.
Let me hear something. Let me hear something.
Girl,
Give
we'll
us-
say
give
that
us a
for later.
tease.
We'll
Give
say
us
that
a
for
tease.
later. We'll
All right,
just-
we'll let you off easy. But
Yeah.
next time we have you on
No
here,
problem.
I want to hear you sing.
Okay.
Okay? I'm gonna have a mic ready.
Okay.
Stage. I may have a little audience too.
Okay.
All right. But you also you got this female director, Mocha Blue. So she directed Money Makes Me Wet. I'm so in love with that video, and I haven't even seen it. I was at her EP party, and like she had this amazing screen, and just watch right here. So you saw that? So she like her body, like everything, I was like zoomed in, and then she started dropping it later on her social media. So I'm like, this is beautiful, very creative. Like it gave me kind of like this African queen.
Yes.
She had all women of color, of all different skin tones, with the goals, and then of course she was that beautiful feature with the water. Just amazing. So I'm ready to see the full finished product of it. But yeah, she directed Money Make Me Come in Automatic.
Yes.
So let's talk about working with a black female director.
I'm not gonna lie. I think that we need more of them because you know there's not many female directors,
Which is odd.
right? And she's so good at what she do. And the only reason why I said that we need more of them is because dealing with a director, man, yeah, they have vision, but their vision would not be like a female.
Right.
And that's what I experienced with her. Her vision was, I didn't see her vision until the set. She surprised me. And I understood because by her being a woman, she has a vision, maybe visions that she always wanted to do. And she lived it through me, like, you know?
Yeah.
And it was so beautiful because I was like, I don't think no man would have thought of that, you know? Because at the end of the day, you know, there's boundaries. But with a woman, she can go as far as she wants. She can cross that borderline because she's a woman. You understand?
I think we also understand each other.
Yes.
So like if there was something that you wanted to do a little bit more off of her concept, you're able to come to her.
There you go.
Because we talk the same language.
There you go.
You know?
You understand?
I like it.
And it ain't feeling no type of way because she's a woman like me.
Yeah.
She understands it. And it made me feel comfortable, you know? So yes, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, she did her thing. And I really appreciate her because I wouldn't have had that vision. And it goes so perfect with the song.
Yeah.
You know? And we were in the water. She made a pool. Like, the body art, everything was amazing. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I feel like I was like the Queen of Egypt or something.
But you look like you were the Queen of Egypt.
Yes.
So let's just say that you were.
Yes. Yes.
The Queen of Miami.
Yes.
Because, you know, Trina's gonna pass that torch.
Of course.
We got that in the future. Yeah,
right.
that is your big sister.
So it
She
was
like Queen Mama to me, so you know.
Right. So it was like that video expressed so much about me. A queen, I'm strong, you know, I demand what I want, you know what I'm saying? It's girl power, like it expressed a lot, that video by itself.
Yeah. And I hope that everyone is able, once they see it, everyone is able to just feel that and gravitate towards it.
Yes.
So to touch back on your EP party, you had so much support. Chicago.
Yes.
Seattle.
Yes.
California.
Yes.
Atlanta.
Yes.
Of course, Miami.
Yes.
But you had so much pouring support.
And I was kind of shocked because you never know who's, I don't know how I got into everybody's hands, but it was getting in the right people's hands and they was playing it like Guy said, he spent that record, like when he first got it, over 100 times, and he know he did.
Yeah.
And I was like, thank you so much. And some of them, he don't even know how he got the record. He just got the record. And when they heard it, everybody kept requesting it. And he was from the Bronx. And I was like, really? And he was like, listen, I can't wait to go to work. Just spin that song.
Yeah.
And the requests was pouring in back to back, back to back, back to back. And he was like, dang, who is this female artist? And he went on my Instagram and he looked and he was like, okay. And he said he made his business to make sure that he came to the EP party.
That's beautiful.
That is.
Especially to be traveling during this time. I'm traveling and you have to be extra safe. You have to be extra about everything, you know?
Yeah.
So
it's a life-changing experience, but I think it's all for the better.
It is. But for people to show up for you during this time,
yes,
I know it makes you feel just.
It made me feel
grateful.
so warm and very grateful. I appreciate everybody's presence that was in the building. I did, including yours.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much for sitting on my couch and being on Ladies Room Live. If there's ever any other time that we can definitely have you, no matter how big, please always have a seat on the couch with me and come and talk to me.
Thank you.
All right, let our viewers know where they can find you.
Yes, you can find me on Instagram, Dyamond Doll, which is with a Y, Dyamond. You also can find me on Twitter, same name, Dyamond, and Facebook, which is Dyamond. And the same name on YouTube, any other, even Spotify, iTunes. Same name. You want to pull up my songs or my latest EP or my latest single, is Dyamond Doll, Dyamond Doll, Doll. You also can find my label, which is Dark Boys, is an independent label, at Instagram, DarkBoysRecords, and that's Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Dark Boys.
Thank you guys so much for watching Ladies Room Live. It was a pleasure to have you, Dyamond.
And it was a pleasure.
Until next time, ladies, come and sit on my couch.
Show that you feel it. Show that you want it, you know? So it's like I'm living in my lyrics, which I do need that, because when you hear my lyrics, I kind of want you to feel and reminisce of good things that you've been through or even bad things that you overcome when you hear my music.
And kind of relate to it, right?
Yes.
I love it.
Like when you hear my music, I need you to be like, I do not want to, you know, you probably gonna always be like, girl, I do not want to go to work today. But when you hear my music, I'm finna go on the clock, I'm finna make this check, and I'm finna get this and that, and I'm finna get to the next level. So I ain't gotta work for nobody. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you hear my music, that's the attitude that I want you to feel.
You got hype on that one.
For real, because that's how I feel when I hear my music.